Your character, she's kind of devious. I mean, she's a really strong character. Now, what do you enjoy most about playing Victoria?
The thing that I enjoy most about playing Victoria is that she is so diametrically opposite of my personality. So I get to show up and be somebody completely different. I mean, of course, there are parts of me that connect with her, but it's so much fun to play the villainess, I guess you would consider her to be. And yeah, and people are always surprised that I'm not like her, but I would be afraid if anybody would be. But no, but it's so much fun to sink my teeth into her. She's a lot of fun, and she's so multifaceted, and yeah, so I have a really good time with her.
Today's guests play America's first couple in Tyler Perry's The Oval. I'd like to welcome returning guest Kron Moore. And making his very first appearance here on Sidewalks Entertainment is Ed Quinn. Hi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having us.
So, Ed, this is your very first time here on our show. Welcome. Now, as you were mentioning before we got started, you're originally from Berkeley, California. Always nice to speak with a fellow Bay Area native.
I'm fifth generation, basically San Franciscan. Both sides of my family came for the gold rush, and my parents grew up my grandparents were born. My grandmother graduated from Berkeley in 1930, and she lived out on Geary and would take the trolley and then the ferries before the bridges across every day to Cal, back and forth. My grandparents all moved to Marin County. That's where my parents were raised. My dad went to USF, and then he became a professor at Cal. So I grew up on the East Bay, looking at San Francisco every day.
Nice. So you come back quite often then?
Oh yeah, my mom still lives in Berkeley, and honestly, Ocean Beach, San Francisco is one of the places. It's like the tuning fork for my soul. I'm a surfer. I grew up surfing Ocean Beach, San Francisco in the 80s when it was terrifying. And as my first sponsor said, yeah, you surf up there in the Legion of Doom, because it was just so cold and big. And it was, before I knew, everybody was just like, you surf Ocean Beach? You surf under the Golden Gate Bridge? That's insanity. And so, but yeah, that's, I go back all the time.
Awesome. So how much would you say the Bay Area has changed since you lived here?
It's changed a lot, I mean, so yeah. it was I had just moved to LA and started working down here when but going back and forth all the time to surf, to go to Cal football games, and going to obviously my family, and it was interesting. The internet changed everything. That shift, and not living there, but just coming back like every month or two and seeing the change in San Francisco of our old haunts, like south of Market or in the Mission, out of Ocean Beach, San Francisco, and just, the hate, everything that would disappear and be sort of replaced. And I guess it's the gentrification, I don't know. It was, it definitely makes me nostalgic and sad sometimes.
Now, Kron, this is your second time on our show. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, after our last interview, I just thought, oh my goodness, she is just the sweetest. Such a big contrast from your character, First Lady Victoria Franklin in The Oval. You've been playing Victoria Franklin for some time now. What's been your most memorable reaction from a fan who's recognized you for your character in The Oval?
There have been three moments, if I may say. The first is when Victoria tases Gail. No matter where I am in the country, someone always approaches me and it's just like, "Oh my gosh, you tased your daughter." Another one is when Gail jumps out of the car, and Victoria encouraged her to do it. And the other would be, I'd say the scene where Victoria throws water on Gail to wake her up after she's accused the butler's son of raping her. So all of the wicked things that Victoria does, people are eating it up.
Both of your characters together, I mean, they can get pretty crazy. I mean, there have been scenes where the two of you have had to physically fight each other. Now, what was it like doing a scene like that for the very first time? And what's it been like working together now compared to the beginning of the series?
Well, that scene was horrible. Thought it was a career ender. I was so sad. I wasn't very good at it. We had to shoot the scene twice, the opening scene, because it didn't go far enough. But I mean, it's been such a blessing from the moment that Karen and I screen tested together. We had not just a great chemistry that goes on screen well, but off screen, just such a trust and such support. And it allows us, because Tyler has a vision for what he wants to do, and and he just wants it done. He wants it executed, and we're able to really work and deliver for him, which is part of the whole success of the show. But it's having that sort of a very sort of intimate sort of friendship and trust and partnership with your other with your lead actress is so important. It's just a kind of a gift.
Wonderful. Well, great work to the both of you. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but again, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Ed, Karen, and Lori. You can watch The Oval on BET. For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.